Check it. Second. Write out the question for stanza 2. Which word is opposite to noisy? Everything is 1 mark. And stanza 1, I think, remember Lumina Street, right? Stanza 1. Which word has the same meaning as unfamiliar? One mark. Okay? This will cover your entire word. So just we are not using anything. One question I want to discuss orally. I don't want you to write. I just want to give up your feedback. If you want to each hear your thoughts. It's my answer. I mean, if there's a question like wars have always brought total ruin in this world, that they are fought repeatedly. Discuss. So just want to hear your viewpoint. So then we'll discuss this after you finish. So then we'll have the chat. I think such kind of question will come very well. The one of the schools thing. I think you know. Thank you. Yeah. I think we should start. How much time do you guys think we should take 1 mark question only, and 1 2 mark? How many 1 markers there? 6. Although we'll need to write a few sentences, three things, so opposites and all. And not opposites, but what similarity does the word establish between the eyes of this and eyes? Sentence. Full. 10 minutes. Let's start now. Let's go timing. Okay, 5:28. Let's finish your 5:30. Cool. 5:40. And just put down the sentence. We can refer the question. You can. It's right now just a half of how is the test and all going on? You guys are scoring well. You finish those 3 rounds. They just started even last. How the accident is actually I will take a class. I don't take much. Exam eligible for the law and yes. The teacher story like what about the packages? Where is that going? Without someone only. What? Someone. I'm really comprehension. I'm seeing that. I don't know what mistake I've done. What I've done. Only that. Fine. Okay with that. Answers. We should explain. That's all of them. We're done. Rain on them. Not strong. Oh, wait, there is. Moving into the end. Well, maybe I'm thinking just I mean, more. We will feel better, so I now when I will be. Everything is good. Yes, okay. There's a dark way start with the topic. This one is fundamental things. Just one. Last question. Yeah. This stanza one make last of last. Last of starting करना है. इसको नहीं मिलना है. Very good. It will be made. अच्छा चलिए बिल्कुल इसका one marker we can take like this. Then 2 markers I'll take. Gurpreet, you have notebook to Aditi. You girls give it to them. Rest it. Or you want to do your own notebook? Okay, read out the first question here.
Explain how one favorite Chelsea and
This one I'll check. Next, I'll check.
what similarity does the poet establish between which word is similar to confident in stanza 3?
Stanza 3? 3?
Yeah, 3.
Okay. Tell me.
Understand.
Yeah, I understand. Yes. Give 1 mark. Sure. Okay, next.
Which word is similar to pollute in stanza 5?
Define.
Define. Meaning this word and meaning define.
Naman? Define. What? You did write it. About a paragraph. 1 mark. Next.
Which word is opposite to noisy in stanza
2?
Cheating.
1 mark is done.
No, one
Last.
Which word had the same meaning as unfamiliar in stanza 5?
Foreign, not foreigner.
1 marks cut.
No.
Foreign.
No.
Foreign. A single.
Strange. I don't know why you cut
Street,
it.
I can say that he is a bit. But that doesn't mean that he is.
Foreign is not unfamiliar. Foreign is the mindset, sir. Getting it? Foreign is something which is not from the country. That doesn't mean that. You'll write strange, cut it and write strange. See that? The description once I will check.
Popular. Yeah, what I did. I'm coming to go.
They just have to put you. These happen with it. There's another thing. But it's staying here, but it's too much foreign book. Please shut up and spend my game. What do you read? Double L's. Yes. For these are institutions, the transfer and destroy social as well as mental harmony. And as promoting the second, I'm trying to find Steven. मैंने खाली oral question.
Oh, yeah.
See,
One oral question that can come in your exam.
right. Now will it come in oral or is Palestine. Wars have always brought, this is the question. Yes, wars have always brought total real in the world. They are contributed to this card. Let's discuss. Ma'am, I had the answer. If they all repeated the word which tell me how to be right. Let's better start. You can give your points. There will be a great economic. Depression is both the depression. Sides on both the powers. Yeah. the war can create a mindset in the people that the other that the opponent is not very good. As even today we think that India Pakistan after the India Pakistan war and the partition, we think that Pakistan most the Americans have that tendency to think that Pakistanis are like generally good. So that important. Okay. Like it can affect the mindset of the people. There is a kind of hatred which is and jealousy. Yeah, there's a kind of hatred which is inborn after the riots and after the partition, and this cannot evade. You know, this cannot evade. I mean, this evasion may take a lot of time. It takes generations, and that is what is happening with generations of suffering. And what do you write from Israel and what's Palestine? So the Palestine happened. What is happening in Israel? I'm just very important I'm not really what's happening, keeping up with the news. Why? Why? What? Who is helping? What is helping? You're not saying what the state helping Palestine. I am not saying that. Hey, sorry, because
No one is this policy.
They were the ones affected first, but then for revenge, India is.
because the supplies are the armor supplies are coming from there. Do you think so? You can incorporate these aspects that you can maybe bring it that what is happening in today's world, that how Israel and Palestine are getting affected. Technically, both are getting affected. Okay, so you can write a bit over there that is wars are affecting both the countries, and of course there will be many deaths. The people are dying due to starvation, and there are people even who are emotionally affected. Because I don't know if you read an update about it, that there was a woman who was a baby. Yeah. So the baby was at home, and since the girl child was very young, since the girl child saw it in news, got to know that the people are approaching. So she called her mother, who was at the gate, who was at the security, and she called her mother to close the gate, and that is how she was able to close the gate, because she just see the wall so much of her. So it is also about emotional turmoil. That is that the people don't know that they actually come back. So and usually we tend to see this in movies, and actually, yeah, so we don't really connect that well. But this is something which is actually happening, and it's not something that you really talk about. We talk about riots, and we talk about partition and all. It's something that you read about. We haven't seen it. We haven't walked through it. So this is what the emotional turmoil we can add. We can add about how the economy, what she was saying, depression, the economic depression comes in, and how Russia is helping, and the other country has to intervene, and there are high chances that people will retaliate. So all those aspects you need to see of it. Okay, because these kind of questions come in exam for the reason because it's kind of a current affair. Okay, and they put it deliberately in the exam, and something like this is happening. Okay, so you can expect this question for sure. Because in English, especially, what they want is they want children to connect it to the present also. So you may not be able to say to the teacher that maybe not what. So just read a bit, and you don't have to write details. It's not about historical aspect or anything. You just have to give your inputs that what is happening. You might just add about this, a very general viewpoint which I gave you. I didn't touch upon things. Economic depression, this emotional turmoil, or one or two side instances you can cite. That this is what happened, so talk about the game, so pick up. And if you have to improve the quality of your answer, you can just write down, the date you should know. See, if such a chapter is coming in an exam, definitely she'll give you this question. There's no chance. Because when we make the papers, the paper is it goes for, checking and all for it. So they see if there is any concurrent aspects attached. See, every time it's not possible. Questions like if the poem like rain and all this, what do you do? But with these they do. Okay, so be prepared with these extensive and these aspects. Anything you guys think you can add to such things? Something in Palestine,
Hatred.
hatred, of course.
This war has been going on since many years.
Many years and months.
So
What she meant is that it was dormant. I think what she meant was it was dormant and it's not active. I think this is what she
many times that is.
and even you can connect it with that, whatever happened with Turkey. And even with your what is happening, yeah, and what is happening with Northeast today. It's not only about that you can connect to the world. You may, even if you touch upon the aspects, even if you don't know the details about it, then also it adds value to your answer. We should know it, but otherwise also the thing adds value to your answer. This is such things, bring out the Manipur thing. I mean, the Northeast part, and what's happening in the Northeast, as people are not ready to travel right now in Northeast. What's the reason? There have always been days that with JNK, so you can bring up that aspect. I mean, if you put this answer, okay, make sure you add 6 or 7 instances from KY there and there to make it more effective. So yeah, that would be your strategy to write it down. Yeah, any other doubt in the chapter or the poem or anything? You're clear that it's pre-verse, no rhyme scheme, nothing. It's pre-verse. And who wrote it? Who's the poet?
Kirkov.
James Clear. Do you guys want to do that last week?
Last week.
वो लड़की का नाम
No matter what is done.
Yeah.
So we are all the 4 chapters are coming to high poetry. Duck in the candle, gauge trees, baby friends, slumber.
Not in this is the moment.
And what about you guys?
It's not coming in 82. We've already done everything actually.
October month we have done. Take a syllabus for you. November is read for the talk. We haven't done that. No men are foreign done. Last week not done. Reported speech. We're done.
Yeah.
What is speech we did, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So is this a read for the talk in the last week? One again. Reading ID February.
Animals,
We don't have to. You guys have anything with reference to exam? I mean, the last week is coming, right? Do you know any, have any idea about this?
friends, they are one of them is sick, pneumonia, and he's in a very bad state, and the doctor told that every time she is not positive about her health, she might not be recovered. And the other friend asked asks her to be polygamous. She asks, why are you not polygamous? Maybe she's depressed, maybe she's diagnosed with a disease. And then she's out of a river, she sees a tree, in which all basically this story is depicting autumn season and also leaves are falling out. And she's counting the number of days in her neighbors, the backward counting. She says when the last week will fall, that will be
Last day that she.
last day that she will be. And then she waits for the last week to fall. So her friend calls her
The old artist.
artist who he basically draws the last week and sticks it on the window.
And it was such dominant.
Yeah, basically the last week had fallen, but because the picture was such that the girl thought that the last week was actually attached, and she got motivation from it, and she will recover.
And the old man died. I'm sorry, old man died. So because
The old man had to speak for him.
after 2 days. How sad. What is the age? Let's get. Life is short. Let's begin. I don't know this silent thought. It's unpredictable. Life is unpredictable. There is hope. There can be hope in difficult circumstances. Okay, so it talks about basically it works around the phases of life. That there may be very good phases that everything works as per your plan and as per you. Okay, but then there comes a phase when nothing works as per you. So that is what they're talking about. They're saying that they talk about the difficult phase and a circumstance which is not ordinary, circumstance which is difficult, and how exactly you have to live through and pass through that circumstance. So this is what the poem actually revolves now. That's a message that the poem gives. And what Aditi was saying that it's about two friends and how the old man died and all. So there's a kind of hope which is attached to the leaf. Right? So this is what they're talking about, that how a mind can change, or how mind can change by looking at one thing. It's just a hope. I mean, the leaf cannot decide anything being that you will recover or you will not recover. Right? It's just a hope which you have from something. Okay? So this is what we will be reading.
Sue and Johnsy, two young artists, shared a small flat. The flat was on the third story of an old house. Johnsy felt very seriously ill in November. She had pneumonia. She would lie in the bed without moving, just gazing out of the window. Sue, her friend, became very worried. She sent for the doctor. Although he came every day, there was no change in Johnsy's condition. One day, the doctor took Sue aside and asked her, "Is anything worrying Johnsy?" "No," replied Sue. "But why do you ask?" The doctor said, "Johnsy, it seems, has made up her mind that she's not going to get well. If she doesn't want to live, medicines will not help her." She tried her best to make Johnsy take an interest in things around her. She talked about clothes and fashions, but Johnsy did not respond. Johnsy continued to lie still on her bed. Sue brought her drawing board into Johnsy's room and started painting. To take Johnsy's mind off her illness, she whistled while working. Suddenly, Sue heard Johnsy whisper something. She quickly rushed to the bed and heard Johnsy counting backwards. She was looking out of the window and was saying 12. After some time, she whispered 11, then 10, then 9, 8, 7. Sue anxiously looked out of the window. She saw an old ivy creeper climbing halfway up the brick wall opposite their window. In the strong wind outside, the creeper was shedding its leaves.
So basically, do you think so that the friend is trying to make her happy? By what?
Distracting them.
Yes. That's one of the ways of distracting, that is painting through painting. What else? What else are you talking about?
Clothes and fashion.
Clothes and fashion. So she's trying to distract her mind because the mind is, I mean, there is also this thing which is attached over here, that everything is actually, you recover because of your mind. And you get unwell because of your mind. What you think, that's what happens. Like we say that we think negatively, so everything negative happens all around us, and we think positively, everything positive. Because you tend to see everything positive in the other person or in the other situation that you have. So this is the same thing they're talking about. That you may get well if you are not thinking. That's what she's distracting. Yes, dear. Continue.
What is it, dear? Sue asked. Six, whispered Johnson. They are falling faster now. 3 days ago, there were almost 100 leaves. There are only 5 left now. It is autumn, said Sue, and the leaves will fall. When the last leaf falls, I will die, said Johnsy with finality. I have known this for the last 3 days. Oh, that's nonsense, replied Sue. What have old ivy leaves to do with your getting well? The doctor is confident that you will get better. Johnsy did not say anything, so went and bought her a ball of soup. I don't want any soup, said Johnson. I'm not hungry. Now there are only 4 leaves left. I want to see the last one fall before it gets dark, and I will sleep forever. So he sat on Johnson's bed, kissed her, and said, You are not going to die. I can't draw the curtain, for I need the light. I want to finish the painting and get some money for us. Please, my dear friend.
So how would you briefly describe this page?
She wanted to see the so made a soup for her and gave it to her. And Johnson said she doesn't want to drink the soup because she was not hungry. She said she will watch the last leaf fall. Then she will sleep forever. Huh?
She begged Johnson. Promise not to look out of the window while I paint. All right, said Johnson. Finish your painting soon, for I want to see the last leaf fall. I'm tired of waiting. I have to die, so let me go away peacefully like one of those poor tired leaves.
Who is this John C? Is the old man?
No.
No. So don't go with this thing that like one of those poor tired leaves. Okay?
Try to sleep, said Sue. I have to paint an old miner. I will call the hairman up to my body. So rushed down. The hairman lived in the ground floor. He was a 60-year-old painter. His lifelong dream was to paint a masterpiece, but that had remained a dream. So poured out her worries to them. She told him how Johnsy was convinced that she would die when the last leaf fell. Is she stupid? Asked them. How can she be so foolish? She is running a high temperature, complained Sue. She refuses to eat or drink, and that worries me a lot. I will come with you and see Johnsy, Brandon said. They tiptoed into the room. Johnson was sleeping. So drew the curtains together, and they went to the next room. She peeped out through the window. There was only one leaf on the clipboard. It was raining heavily, and an icy cold wind was blowing. It seemed as though the leaf would fall any minute now. Behrman did not say a word. He went back to his room. Johnsy woke up next morning in a feeble voice. She asked, Sue, draw the curtains. Sue was nervous. She drew back the curtains very reluctantly. Oh, Sue exclaimed as she looked at the vine keyboard. Look, there's still one leaf on the keyboard. It looks quite clean and heavy. In spite of the strong and fierce winds, it did not fall. Continue.
No. Just tell me what I understood. Page 146. Yeah, man.
That she calls Melvin and she Sue calls Melvin and she's telling all of the conditions of Johnson to him. So he goes inside the woman he sees. Basically, and then he goes back. The next year's John C. and he's basically drawing your paintings. Not DVJ.
He just visited over and saw a condition, and while he was there, so they she opened the curtains. She saw that there was one last leaf, and she thought that the leaves were surely falling, like it wasn't like the brink of falling. Because sorry, flying away because there was a huge windy storm outside.
The next day when she wakes up,
Johnson wakes up,
and she opens the curtain, she realizes one being left.
and then she makes it clear that it's a healthy one, and after that one falls I then.
Same, the mindset. About it, how the painter, so do you think the painter over here is giving her the hope? Yes, in what sense?
To live the life.
To live the life. To live the life because you have to still have to do the painting. So it's the reason to live. So that is basically is providing the hope to her. Technically not, but yes, a kind of hope. When John C. woke up next morning and even when she asked to draw the curtains, she drew back the curtains very reluctantly. Why?
But she would have made the last scene just falling.
Yes. And what about this? Try to sleep sets you. I have to paint an old man. I'll call Mirman after be my model. What does this mean? Fifth line on the top. What does this mean? Who is saying who?
Sue is saying this to Johnson.
Who is saying this to me?
Once
Try to sleep, yes. I have to paint an old miner. I'll call Verman after be my model. Is she stupid? How can she be so foolish? Who? Who is she? Ask her.
Government to
so this was he's referring Johnson.
Johnson, definitely. She, okay. I'll come with you and see Johnson. They tiptoed in the room, Johnson was sleeping. And then she peeped out, so no doubt here. And look at the last page, page of 45. 3 days ago, there were almost 100 leaves, there were only 5 left now. It is autumn sets you and the leaves will fall. So this they are basically also referring to the autumn season. Okay. And the first page, I'm not going further actually.
Talks about toxic condition.
Talking about toxic and how she tried to distract her the things and all these things. So technically it's about distraction and how she has hope towards the for the last week and how she got benefit for the future. Obviously. Okay, so we continue with page number 47. I think we should finish this in the next class and go start. And you guys want to do praise with clauses or you want to continue with this? You take a poll. No, we will finish this and you want to continue the literature or you want to take praise?
literature.
Literature, anything is fine. Friday together. Yeah.